Okay, there we are. All right, everybody, welcome to our buddy read for October, where we read The Homemaker by Julie Ann. I just had to look at the book.
Get the title right.
This was our first Julie Ann of this group, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
But we've all read a lot of things from her. So I feel like that's one of the first authors that we've done where all of us have read several of her writings. This was a standalone, past, present, fun stuff. Okay, what do we want? Do we want to do rating cards first and then talk?
Sure.
You want to do that? Okay, ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait. Mine's backwards.
Wait, mine's back. Does mine look backwards?
No.
Who knows?
Oh, mine's backwards. Oh, it's because I'm...
You're not backwards. I can see everybody's.
I can say
Okay, it looked backwards for me for some reason.
Oh, okay. It looks backwards for us. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey. All right, so we were pretty close.
Yeah.
Okay,
And I waffled on that a lot. I was 4.5. I kept but I'm okay, if I'm doubting what I want to do, I'll just do 4. It was a solid, good read.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Probably why I gave it a 4.5, but we'll talk about that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to give my review.
Okay.
Utterly satisfied beyond all expectations.
Aww.
That's from the book, when the reading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Amber, you gave it a 4?
Yes. I really liked it. At first I was like, this is weird. I was like, I don't know if I like this, seems creepy. But then the more I read, I thought it was funny. It was so unique. This whole setup, I never read anything like that. So that's why I was really enjoying it. I just think, with me, I'm very picky about the cheating stuff in books sometimes isn't the best for me, but I still felt their connection. And, I like that she didn't make the fiance, this evil, bad chick, it felt, and it just felt very realistic, even though she's a homemaker. I don't know. So I thought it was good emotional. I like the way, the flashbacks weren't annoying either. Sometimes flashbacks take me out of the story, and I thought they were really good. And I don't know, I thought it was very unique, and I hadn't read anything like that. So that's why I was almost ooh, should I give it a 5? But it just wasn't a full 5-star for me. So that's why.
Jessica, do you want to go now?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. There were things that kind of drove me nuts, like the fact that they were only together for 2 weeks, and you've got a fiance, you've been with her longer. What's the deal? So there were things that kind of drove me a little nuts, but at the end, I enjoyed it. It was different. So the homemaker thing was kind of fun. That was just way different than anything we've read. Right? It was it was a little odd, but a little cool, a little odd. So
yeah. I think I got points for that for sure. Cause I was like, this, I've never read anything like this. And I liked the dad, he was pretty crazy and quirky, and their couple, the mom and dad, I thought it was just, and rich people do weird shit. So it's they're living a different life than what we're doing. So
very different tax bracket.
Exactly. Jen, what do you think?
I gave it a 4.5 for, I didn't like the way the kid thing happened. It really drove me crazy. And I just kept thinking of it, took me out of the story. I understood all of why it was going on like that, but I just, infiltrating that way. And then it's going to come out at some point, obviously not in the book, but it's going to come out. And then how
living down the street, but
the rest of it was really, I like how, it was a quick 2 weeks, but their connection was really strong. One of my favorite things, and from the past, present, sometimes, you said, that can take us out of the story. But one of my favorite things was that she did it backwards. So it was present, and then we jumped to the past. But in the present, we would get these little Easter eggs, and then it would jump to the past, and you'd see where that came about. And the whole 5 kids, 3 boys, 2 girls in that order or whatever.
Mhm.
Saw where that came from, and it was like, oh, you're using like a saying from your time with her.
Yeah.
It was just I liked that,
Mhm.
and it was really unique. But the kid thing just bothered me.
Yeah, probably didn't even need that, and it would have been like,
Mhm.
Just come clean. Man,
Yeah.
Who did you want her to come clean with?
Well, it's just you befriended the parents.
Mhm.
I like that, he became the coach, but like you're going on vacations with this whole family, and like
Yeah.
again, that's just such betrayal. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know why that bothered me. Like, but I wanted them to be a part of.
Because I think that family agreed to, like, they had it where it was open. So they would have been open to you coming and being like, hey, we're actually, so if they would have like come to them, been like, we would just want to be a part of his life. We don't need to be the parents. We just want to, see, our kid grow up. And I think those people would have been okay with it. But then to live down the street and then like kind of be infiltrating yourself, it does feel like a little, ooh, I don't know if that's a good way to go.
So I'm going to disagree
Okay.
with you guys because
love
I
that.
was adopted at birth. And so I think I looked at it slightly different. I actually really appreciated the fact that how she wrote the story and that it was very much the discussion about how we're not going to go and blow up his life and say who we are. And I appreciated that a lot, and that they had the pact with each other that unless there was something medically necessary, they weren't going to say anything.
Yeah.
I grew up in a very small town, and my mom saw the adoption paperwork. She was not supposed to, but she saw it. And so she knew who my biological parents were. And then when I was older, I discovered that my biological family also knew who I was because they had seen the paperwork. And so they had seen me through a few times throughout my life and never said anything, and just knew that I was doing okay. They would see like my name in the paper for different stuff and things like that. Because again, really small town. So I think I looked at it just a little differently. Like maybe the moving in down the street and all of that is like a whole different level of creepy to some people. But I really, really liked that she didn't blow up this poor kid's life, because I think that when you're growing up, like that would be devastating for a child.
For sure.
Yeah. I definitely get that. I think it was too, like, I liked that she knew she was not in a good place to be his mother, and that he was in like a better situation, and they had provided her child with like everything they needed. So she didn't want to like get in there. So I really liked that aspect of it because, she was not mentally healthy,
Right.
And dealing with lots of stuff herself, knowing you're not going to be the best mother, but still wanting to see them grow up and be happy and all of that.
No, she totally did the right thing. And I like that she saw that he was with a good family. Like, I don't have to worry about him anymore. And I love that medical, like Julianne, like she did a really good job of finishing that off with like, we're not going to infiltrate unless it's a medical reason. We won't tell them. We really got to see him grow up. I think it was just like, I knew it was going to come out. I don't know. I think the story was great. She did a great job with it. I just was like, I don't know. I was bummed a little bit. It just kept bothering me, but I think she did a great job with it. I think this might be a first.
Megan.
I'm with you, Megan.
What else we have? Oh, see, I loved Alice. I thought she was so fun. I thought
she was pretty strong really strong for everything she went through, and like she kind of owned everything from her past, and kind of I just feel like she felt so authentic to me and all of that. Like I really liked, and I liked how she loves cooking. She loves taking care of somebody. That's that nurturing part of her. So it's like she puts others kind of before her needs. So I really liked her. I actually liked Murphy a lot too. I just didn't love like where he literally says like, oh, I love you. Like, I love my fiance. So he's like, loves her. But then at the same time, he's still like sneaking off. And I'm like, well, if you love her and you've been with her for like, I think it was a year or two, I can't remember how long, like to blow up your relationship from like this thing where she's pretending like she didn't even know you, you know, like, I don't know, that's the part where I was having issues. Cause I was like, oh, like I believe their connection, but that was 2 weeks. Now you're going to blow up your whole life, your fiance's life, her parents are planning this expensive wedding for like something that maybe might happen between you two. Like, so I just wanted some conversation of him talking to his fiance about his past with this woman so that it was being upfront and honest about it. But I get that's not what we do in books. You know, it's not like you want to kind of make it angsty and all of that. So
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, Megan. No, I get where you guys are coming from for sure.
Mhm.
I like a different perspective from Mandy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When like back in the, oh gosh, it would have maybe been the very late 80s or very early 90s when I was growing up. There was a big case about a child who had been adopted, but that there was, I can't remember the whole thing, but something, there was issues with paperwork. And so this kiddo had lived with these parents for like 8 or 9 years, and then was taken from them and given back to biological parents that the kid didn't know. I don't remember if it was a boy or a girl, but I just remember being like so terrified of that happening to me, that like what happens if my biological parents decide that they want to take me away from my parents. And it was something that made me very nervous. And my mom reassured me that her and my dad already had a plan from the time they brought me home from the hospital, that if anyone tried to come, they already knew exactly what they were going to do. And they had like money put away, like hidden in the house, and passports and everything. They were ready to run if they had to. But you also have to understand, my parents were much older. My mom was almost 40 when they adopted me, and I'm an only child. And so they had tried for many years to have a kid and weren't able to. And like back, you know, I was born in 80. So in like the 70s, like, I don't think really, you never heard about infertility treatments or anything like that. Even in the 80s, nobody even talked about it. No. And so my parents were older, you know, and so like this was something they'd wanted for a very long time. And right before they adopted me, they were supposed to adopt another child. And the birth mother got to see the baby when he was born and changed her mind. And so my parents had already dealt, like, you know, preparing to have this kid come and be their child. And then all of a sudden, like, oh, sorry, we changed our minds type thing. So my parents like already had this like set plan on how once they got me, they were not giving me up. So I just remember that and being so scared like that could happen. So I think maybe that's where I was like, okay, I really like that this went down this way, just from my own personal experience.
Well, I like the epilogue too with them, like how close, like they were like just kind of being a guide, like a friend, a kind of like mentor, like they weren't like getting in there. And so they had a good relationship with the parents and him. So, I mean, and hearing from your point of view, like that opens it up to like a totally different thing too. So I think that's good.
Yeah. Well, my thought is if they keep that a secret his whole life, and let's say he's 20 and he's looking for his parents and he finds out it's them and they've been there this whole time, isn't he going to feel a little bit jilted by that? Like that's a little betraying. They've been there.
And then he might be betrayed by the parents, even though they don't know. Like he might blame the wrong person.
That could bring in, you know, those kinds of feelings. Not that I'm saying it would, but it could. It might be a really cool thing for him. But I mean, we don't know because obviously we didn't get there. But still, like, if
that was really my feeling.
That's the downside to that.
Like they would have worked that out eventually, but that initial I feel betrayed. You were there the whole time. But hey, you were there the whole time, and you did all these things with me, and you were my coach. Like I think it would have worked out. It just
there would have been shock at first, I'm sure.
But like with Mandy's first, I mean, I like seeing that different perspective because I didn't think about it that way. And now I'm like, I mean, do I change my mind? But I like that. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
It was a different way that I wasn't thinking that way. I was thinking I'm going to be hurt, but then I'm going to get over it. But how much time are we going to lose while I'm hurt and feel betrayed?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was totally
Yeah.
messy, but real.
She was a mess. That's why
Mhm.
she felt real to me. You know, it was like she was kind of messy all over the place, didn't know what she wanted, you know.
That's how we are in life, though.
Yeah.
Just normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I feel like Alice was trying to protect herself to some degree. Like she had already gone through this horrific trauma. She tried to find him, was never successful, and then he shows up happily married, or not happily married, happily engaged. And I
Right.
actually
Yeah.
appreciated the fact that he talks so much about how much he loved her and all of that, and just recognized that maybe the way he loved her and the way he loved Alice was very different. But I did really like that it wasn't like, oh God, why is she doing this again? And you know, like that sort of thing. I liked that angsty part of it.
Like kind of again, it's like her not wanting to blow up his life. Like she felt like, you know, she was a mess when she came into his life. He had no idea about her past. And it's like, well, now he's happily engaged. Like I can't mess up his life because I don't even know where I'm at right now, you know, like, and so, and that's kind of like with her child where she didn't want to blow up that. So it's like, I thought I liked that part, you know, that she didn't want to mess his life up. I just wanted Murphy to like be honest with his fiance way sooner than like it blowing like that.
I feel like she thought of Murphy like her son. Like, I see you're happy. I'm going to step back.
Yeah.
Until I realized that you really wanted me that much too.
And she has the perfect job for her, like where she's not paying rent and getting paid a bunch of money. Like she doesn't want to also lose this opportunity. I mean, dude,
like, come on.
Good money, man.
Yeah. To read to an old man that, you know, the first line of that book
Creepiest
and then
and
then reading him naughty books to get him in the mood for his wife. I was like, what?
Ew.
I really appreciated that their daughter thought it was like really weird and like all of that. Like it wasn't something we were supposed to just read and be like, okay, this is normal.
Cool.
This is what rich people must do. Like it was like, wow, this is okay. I just felt like that helped me get into it a lot better.
Yeah.
This was even weird on rich people standards. Like for rich people, this was weird. You know, like,
Well, I like how they were like, make your own money and do what you want. I'm doing what I want.
Yeah.
Pay someone else to do it, and then I'll just give it to her own side.
And I liked his relationship with his daughter because it felt so real. Like I can connect to this of like being different political views of like your dad or like being like totally different generations. And like, so he's just like poking the bear of like throwing it in her face while the mom is like, oh, she's our, you know, house manager. And he's like, no, she's my homemaker. Cause he knew it would like piss off his daughter. So I liked those like little scenes. I thought it added a lot of like comedy and wit and stuff. So I really like that. Honestly, I think this is probably, even though I gave it 4 stars, might be my favorite Julianne that I've read. Cause I haven't read a ton of hers. I mean, you know, I didn't like The Naked Fisherman. So this one was like much better. So, and unique. So that's why I really enjoyed it.
Megan, yes, I was like starting to get nervous because if this, so it was based on the Taylor Swift Fortnite song.
Yeah.
Which the whole song is about having loved someone very deeply for 2 weeks. And then it's like time has passed and now you have like this perfect wife and I hate her. And so I was starting to get very concerned that because he kept saying, I love my fiance, I love her, I'm like, I want to marry her and all of this. And so I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to end and him marrying her. And Alice is just going to be resigned to the fact that like, she's happy that he has found love. And I'm like, I'm going to hate this book.
I was like, oh no.
Well, I felt like, and that was such a hard scene too, where you felt for the fiance too, because like she was a likable character and she like thinks that she's pregnant. She's freaking out. And I think, not everybody's been through this, but like you're freaking out, like, I don't want to be pregnant. And then you take the test and you realize you're not. And then you're like, oh, you know, then like you're sad. And, you know, like you could totally relate to that. And then she has to find out on top of all this that he's like in love with the, you know, wants to can't be with her basically type of thing. So I don't know. I felt really bad for the fiance.
So this is a series apparently, because if you go to Goodreads, it says The Chain of Lakes #1.
Yeah.
So is the fiance gonna get like a second book? Because we
I
already
really
kind
hope
of
so.
saw
Because-
something for her.
Yeah, because didn't it say at the end she's like married with a kid or something?
Yeah.
And then
So who will the next couple be? Or is it just going to be totally random?
maybe that next door
Who knows?
neighbor that he's feuding with that was going to take the homemaker. Like,
Oh my
his,
God, that would
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Maybe he
Yeah.
hires a homemaker.
Like he
I
was
liked that part where she like go over there and make him jealous. You know, I was like, oh my God, rich people and their
but he was
feuds.
just like the dad
He
was
started a trend.
because like go do that and show up in this, and then with his daughter he's like, I do it because she's so much like me, and so I just want to piss her off, and it's
Yeah.
hilarious, and I'm having fun, but I'm rich and I can do what I want. Oh,
Mhm.
Mhm.
he was fun. Yeah, I don't like love
True.
triangles.
I hate love triangles.
Yeah.
I was
I-
worried.
I-
maybe.
I read gosh, what was it? Okay, I just blinked on the recent one that I just read. I think it was Michaela Smeltzer did a love triangle, and I read it and I was like so frustrated by that book where I had to like hold my review because it was like an arc for a while, because I'm like, okay, love triangles are really tough for me, but I was trying to read more because a viewer asked me to do a love triangle recommendation video, and I like barely have any and to even do a video. So I was like, okay, let me try some, but
Ugh.
I mean, they make it easy when you can hate somebody, like
yeah, but if
or-
both the people are like likable, it's like, and
But
I
I
was
think
mad at the heroine. I'm
Right.
like,
she
ugh.
did it well this way. Like, I mean, I normally am like, I would, if I have to read one, then I need to hate somebody because I will. What if the anxiety of choosing the wrong person,
I
and then you don't
always pick
that?
one.
Right?
Always.
I hate that anxiety, but I really enjoyed liking both of. Like, I liked all
Yeah.
these people in this triangle.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I would like that in a love triangle, but so
I
maybe
kind of like that too because I'm so sick of the other woman drama of making the other woman like evil and over the top. And it's like, no, she's just a regular woman, fall in love. Like she's,
Yeah.
so I like that they didn't make her like the over the top like bitch or something. I mean,
Mhm.
she had her moments. She did, she's like grew up rich. And so she's kind of, had
But-
things, but I'm like, that was realistic, but
could have gone
Yeah.
that way too, because how many times did she get engaged and then like dump him? But
Yeah.
I admired her because she was like, well, this isn't working and I don't want to spend my life with somebody that it's
Yeah.
not working out. Like, let's
Yeah.
quit it now. So I mean, I admired her for that. Like, I know that people are like,
Mhm.
oh, here's some more money I'm throwing at it, but I mean, think of how much money you're going to throw at it whenever you get married and then you have to get a
And
divorce.
divorced again.
A lot more.
Yeah.
I love the part when I think they were doing the suit fitting or something, and there's a comment, and then the dad is like, "Run, son," and the tailor's like, "Don't be stupid." That was so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some really good moments.
Yeah.
I actually bought the book because I liked it so much. I'm gonna peek at the back and see if there's any
Hints for the next one or something.
that wasn't on the
I
Kindle.
don't think it was on the Kindle version because I read it
No.
instead of getting the audiobook.
Yeah, I read them from front to back, but
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
it's sneak peek of is that? Oh no, that's not it.
No, it's the same.
Yeah. Oh, that's the sneak peek of Jack and Jill series.
She
Yeah.
thanks somebody for asking them to write the story inspired by Taylor Swift's Fortnite. I'm sure it's not what you imagined.
Yeah, this ends with the ATA instead of misery, probably.
Nope, there is nothing here.
Because she's just teasing us,
Or
We
maybe
gotta
that
wait.
would give much away if we knew who like the person was or something. But
She has the Chain of Lakes series listed in the back, and it just has the Homemaker on there.
Interesting.
So is her other series, the Wildfire series, there should be another book in that coming. So there's only been 2.
how many are supposed to
She
be in that?
decided to be done with that.
Maybe she
Maybe
thought
she got distracted and did this and then going
Yeah.
back to it or
Plans to
something.
come back eventually.
maybe she like, where authors are like, I had this idea and I just had to get it out, and then I'll go back to this other. Gianna Darling's done that a few times. I just have to get it out, and then I'm gonna go finish.
Yeah.
Awesome. We liked it. Yay.
Yay.
Although I do like it when we are not in the same bracket. Yeah. I really do like it when
More arguing
a little
over.
more. Like we can't agree. What?
I think we have to line up sometimes though,
Yeah.
or it'd be pretty wild.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, hey, Jen, thanks for not choosing a book where she shits her pants and we have to read about it the entire
Yeah,
You
thanks,
redeemed
Jen.
yourself.
about that. I was like, at least we really like this one instead of really hated it
Yeah.
because, somebody.
I feel like you redeemed yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about time because I feel like I've not done so good the last couple times.
Although that was fun to discuss that one, like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
a lot of discussion points from that book.
You guys all DNF'd it, right?
No, I read
No,
it.
I
finished it.
I did. I DNF'd halfway through.
Okay. I mean, there was only like 200 and some pages, but I was like, this is
Yeah.
great. I mean, the fact that they still had to bring it up at the very end too, I was like, no.
I kept reading because I have a hard time DNFing because I'm one of those people that will be like, maybe it's going to get better, but I'm on page 249 and it's only 350 pages long.
Yeah.
And it didn't get better.
No.
No.
And then Mandy feels massive guilt over saying she doesn't like it.
I don't know that I feel too guilty about that one.
Well, not that one, but a
I
lot of
definitely
them you do.
I do.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what we like. I can't with that book.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That was interesting.
Sorry.
But see, look, we're only 26 minutes in and we're almost done talking about it because when we like it, we don't have as much to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing to be negative really about on it,
No.
I really couldn't. I liked those little. I think like going back to those Easter eggs too. Like that's what endeared them to me. Of that their connection got so strong within those 2 weeks. Because I mean, only 2 weeks, but to have it end the way that it did, he didn't get any closure. She went back for him, but she had to go get help. And then being able to see like what he took with him to now from those times, and then they still like reminisce about that. Like that's what hit it for me. I really liked it. What else? Anybody got anything else to say? Nobody else has any questions or comments either. So, well,
do you want me to talk about the next book?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next month we're going to be, it's going to be on my channel, and we're going to be reading Julia Wolf's newest release. I think it's called in the Kelly Ranch series. It's Hit the Ground. I love Julia Wolf. She's one of my favorite newer authors. And I love this series. It's like second generation. I don't know if you guys read a bunch of hers or not, but yeah, this one's like single dad. I like how on her cover, she actually has cover models that fit the thing. Like if it's a curvy girl, it'd be like an actual curvy, like plus size model, And so this guy's like kind of husky, bigger guy, rancher. And so she has that on the cover. So I'm excited. Nice. I think that one releases on the 6th. And then we're thinking about we're trying to figure out the date because of holidays, but most likely the 22nd or 23rd would be the day, but we'll announce it when we settle on the date.
Yeah. We'll finalize it.
Yeah.
What are we reading now? I am not reading anything at the moment because I don't know. I read all of my TBR for the first time ever. And now I'm like, I know.
Yay.
I've done that. And now I'm like, well,
what do I read now?
Like your monthly TBR or your entire TBR?
Oh, yeah. Screw that. Never.
Okay, your monthly. Okay, that's what I was thinking.
I'm like, that's impossible.
Like,
that's never going to happen.
No, I put together, I was like, what am I going to read this month? And I actually read every single one. And now I'm like, well, do I just start on what I have for November? I think I am, because I still have like almost a week. So
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
That's awesome. I'm reading The Beast Lord. I have the arc for it. It's Juliet Cross's like fantasy. The first one was The Wraith King. And then I'm also listening to, it was like my goal, like to finally read this, because I know it has a lot of drama and hype around it, is the Torment series. I don't know if it's a duet and then a whole series, but I'm reading Torment Part 1.
Yeah.
I'm listening to that.
Third book, and I don't think that they're connected though, right? Or you can
I
just.
think you get the rest of the MC in the books after that, but no, they're not like
it's pretty. It's pretty crazy so far. I'm like 50% through, and I'm like, whoa, got some sketchy stuff going on here. So,
like, talk to me at the end of book 2, okay? I'll commiserate with you on that one.
Okay, like, it's in a bad way though.
I don't know yet. It's hard to talk about because you might give a thing away or anything.
It took me a while to get to a point where I could say that I liked it. So, but we can talk about that at the end, so I can explain myself after she's done reading it. So
it feels like a little grooming type of situation, stuff going on. So that's like the I don't know how I feel about this yet, but I know it rocks people's worlds. Like when they read it, that like blows. So I'm interested. So I'm finally getting to it. It's been on there forever.
You're listening to that?
I'm listening to it. It was actually, and I think it's still available, but it was on Read and Listen for free on Kindle Unlimited too. So you can get the audiobook.
It just came out on audio within the last month or so, I think.
So I'm interested. I'm intrigued. We'll see how I feel. That's why I decided to vlog it, because I was like, I know there's a lot of hype and a lot of like people that like say this book wrecked them or this duet wrecked, so I'm like, okay, maybe I'll vlog this one to see how I feel.
That'll be probably spoilers though, right? Because you can't really.
Yeah, I do spoiler vlogs. I don't really.
I won't be watching that one because I don't want to spoil myself. So
yeah.
Jessica, what are you reading?
So I'm listening. Natasha Knight sent me her the second half of her duet for her newest book, which I'm totally spacing on what the newest one was called. But it ends on a cliffhanger because it is a duet. So she sent me that yesterday. So I'm listening to that. And then I'm reading Wait in the Truck. It's a dark cowboy romance. He's a little stalkery. It's all good.
Another stalker cowboy.
I like the cowboys when they're dark. I like cowboys in general, but I like them when they're dark. So
that seems racist.
What are you reading?
What are you reading, Mandy?
I am reading Tempest, whatever, by Allison Rhymes. And then I am listening to, I have the ALC for Love You Mean It by Laura Poplove.
Oh, yeah.
I keep not getting my ALCs anymore for her. And I'm like so sad. I'm like, okay, I'm not owed it. But like, I really want I love her audiobooks. So I'm like,
are you liking that, Megan? That's the second book in Celia Aaron's thing, right? I think it is. In her trilogy.
In that series.
So this trilogy is supposed to be very much like Manacled in a lot of ways. So I've read the first book, but I haven't continued on yet. I need to. So we'll see. But it's with vampires.
I read a Celia Aaron book this month.
I'm glad you did. Oh, wait, are you glad you did? That's the question.
Yeah.
Wait, all three or just the one?
The first one, and I was like, oh my God, I got to read something else because shit's about to hit the fan. And then I would go back. But yeah, I read the first one.
Okay.
And I did like it. But I was like, dang, okay.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminded me kind of, I mean, it had like some like that kind of.
Yeah, it was The Maiden, right? Yeah, because it's The Maiden.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's her Cloister trilogy.
But like the people that help. Oh my God! I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's dark. It's crazy. Very culty because it is a cult. So
it is a cult. Yeah.
You've really got to.
She went in there willingly, like knowing she was
did. Yes. No,
Yeah.
it's good. It's heavy, but it's good.
But that was my first Celia Aaron. I mean, I really enjoyed her writing. Like I could not put it down. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watch out, girl.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we have?
It is. It's emotional torment. Yes, it is. Yep.
So see that, Amber? You're in for emotional torment.
Yeah.
I will keep my opinions about it to myself.
Yeah, I think when I went to go say I was reading it, I saw Mandy's like rating, and I go,
like
"Oh,
No.
Wait, what did you rate it?
I hated it. I think I gave it what you would call.
I think you gave it 3 stars, but probably like a pity one."
Did
maybe?
I actually give it 3 stars? Okay,
I
that was
think
back when I still felt really guilty about it.
Yeah.
Now you would give it a 1.
Oh wait, I might have rated the first book. And
Yeah, it was the
book
first book because I'm in part 1.
differently.
So
Yeah, I don't even remember what I rated because I remember being so traumatized by the end of it that I don't know what I gave it, but
You're like,
I would give it 5 now. So yeah.
I remember I put it on my TBR way back when this Kindled After Dark, I think that's her Instagram name. I watched her and she was doing all these stories about it. She was like bawling and like just like devastated. And I was like, okay, I gotta read this. When I see somebody emotionally wrecked.
I didn't realize I had a trigger until I read this book.
Oh no.
This book gave you like
saying that I know I'm in for something.
Yeah, this book, I was like, I remember calling Mandy and being so upset because I didn't realize that there was something like I would tell everybody I don't have a trigger.
You're
Oh,
gonna
tell
end
you
up giving something
So,
away if we keep
I'm not
talking.
giving
about
anything
it.
away.
No, I think all of us combined will.
I
Oh,
haven't read it, so I
If
don't
we
know.
keep
Yeah,
talking
Jen
about
has-
it, we're gonna give major things away.
I haven't read it, so I was just the fact that Jessica's like, oh, I found the trigger.
I did. Yep.
I was
Megan,
just looking up The Maiden because I wanted to see what you guys were talking about. I just started looking it up. I'm like, what's The
You would
Maiden?
like that. That's a book
yeah.
I feel like you would really like that.
You would like that, I think, too.
Okay.
Okay, so Megan, did you read Alchemy? Did you read it when it was what was it called
Manacled.
before?
Manacled.
Manacled.
Because I read Manacled, but I haven't. I look at the size of Alchemized, and I remember what Manacled like took a lot of time, and I'm like, oh,
I'm kind of gonna request it on audio, I think, and Libby, and just like wait for it for forever, because it'll probably be everybody wanting it. But I don't think I want to like physically read that. I think I need to audiobook that one.
No, that's an audiobook situation. Did you
Mhm.
read Manacled, Amber?
Yes, I loved Manacled. So like that's
just
what I was like
wondering-
worried about. But
Yeah, like how different is it?
This is the consensus that I keep hearing is that people don't like Alchemized. Now, if they've read Manacled before, they don't like it even more.
yeah, it's very differing views too. And it's a lot of people that read fantasy and think that this is supposed to be romantic-y, and they're like angry, like, oh, you dark romance girls ruin everything, and oh, this is sick. And so they're like attacking it. And it's like, well, how did you not know that what this is, you know? But I mean, maybe, you know, they've never heard of Manacled. They don't read fanfic. They don't see all that stuff, and they just see it, you know, at Target or whatever. And they're like, okay, let me try this new fantasy. And it's really dark.
Cowboy and Mafia in the same book.
You know, I've tried Luna Mason, and I didn't care for her writing because I didn't feel like it was dark enough for one of her books. But I'm willing to try her out again, especially if there's cowboys and mafia. Because Maggie Rodden has cowboys and mafia, and it works. So according to her books, these ones right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first one, not so much. The second and the third mafia.
I was going to request that
And I will
Saffron
check Saffron
one, but
Okay.
but the last couple arcs I got, they're like so long and drawn out, where they're like, it was like a regular contemporary, almost like 600 pages. And I'm like, I don't need so I'm like, I'm not going to request the arc. That way I'm like not stressed about reading it. And then maybe I'll get it later or something. But it sounded interesting.
One out? Is it out?
Yeah,
already?
I think so.
Okay. Okay, so Megan did.
One, she had said it's coming out, but it may be out. It's called Branded.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah, because I've heard people that read Manacled actually liked this book because it changed certain things. So it's not just like copying and like, because I know the other one that was Rose in Chains or whatever, people were really upset by because, or like it was a lot of controversy. There's so much controversy around these like fanfics that are basically changing names and whatever. And then now it's a published work. That's where I felt iffy on it. Like I didn't know if I really wanted to do that. But I think she changed it enough to make this feel like a whole different type of thing, especially for people that didn't even know anything about it being like Draco and Hermione type of thing.
I've heard that she changed the whole world. Like it's like where Manifold, you still had like the Harry Potter ish spells and all that. This is different. There's something
this is like alchemy and like using that type of thing. And then there is a Dark Lord, but you hear about things where it's like a different name, but it's basically like the Order of the Phoenix, like the Phoenix, you know, like that group. There's a group that's rebelling against it. So like if you know it, like as that reader, you're gonna go, oh, okay, that's what this is. But at least they didn't promote it as like Hermione. When Rose in Chains, I think they literally promoted like this is a Hermione. And so that's where I go, you can't.
But it's not.
You shouldn't be able to. Yeah.
The first 278 pages is so boring. Well, that sucks because that book is huge. I don't remember feeling that way when I read Manacled, though.
Because that's the thing is, you know, the like. Well, you're not a huge Harry Potter, but like you know the characters, right? So it's like, well, it's like me reading Harry Potter fanfic. It's like I know all these characters. You already like. I've loved all the Harry Potter like characters. So when they're all like dead, you know, and you're seeing what Hermione's going through, it's like you're kind of like it's more emotional.
There's a connection there. Because even though I didn't read the like, it wasn't my thing. I'd watched all the movies. I knew who everybody was. So
So in this, it's just these random characters, and you're like, okay,
and we just don't give a crap. Saffron Kent, that branded by Saffron Kent comes out on October 28th.
Okay.
Oh,
I just put it in my list.
2 days.
I wonder how many pages it is.
It should have had an editor.
I know it was traditionally published. It
Yes.
definitely had one. I could understand Manacled not having an editor, and everybody loved that. But this should, because it was promoted.
Yeah. It's a big book. So it's like that's another thing that puts me off of like it took me forever to finally read Manacled because I was like, ooh, I was like intimidated of the size. So I kept putting it off. And then I finally read it and it was so good. It was like one of my favorite books of that year. You know, it's like,
it's great.
So I don't know. I'm just nervous to read it.
This is just proof that just because an author gets picked up by a publisher doesn't mean their book's good.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's going to be edited well. I mean, it just is. So, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yep.
Okay, I want to see how many. I wanted to see if it showed how many pages this branded is. Okay, so it's 464 pages for the branded book.
Yeah. She eventually gets audio for hers. I don't think she'll have it right off the bat, but typically Saffron Kent has audio. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Anybody have anything else to add? We went over what we were reading and what we're doing next.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we like the book, so. I
feel like there's not much to talk about.
Liking books, and then we have a whole ton of a list to talk about.
Or we just get on side rants, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
I know I was like, maybe I should pick a monster book or like an alien book, but then I was like, I can't do that to Mandy. During the holidays.
You can make me read a monster book or an alien book.
All I want for Christmas is.
I really want to read Soul Eater, but you know, I've already read it. I think Jessica's already read that too. So it's like,
because it's MM and it's not like, no, I'm not into MM. I've tried.
I love MM.
So, yeah, I know you do. I know I've tried it, but I'm like, oh, it's hard for me. I need some V with my P, guys. Seriously. So I don't care if there's MM in like in a YG situation. I just need some V with my P. Yeah.
That's where like I tried to read a Sapphic, you know, or like reading that type of romance. I'm like, I need some D in here. Like,
yeah,
you know, I'm like, I'm like, I love, like, I think like I've read some really good ones, but then I'm like, but I still like,
Yeah.
it's good, but it's not really my scene.
So Susanna says that Brandon will have audio on the 28th because it's tried published. So that's good to know.
Oh,
We've got
okay,
it.
that's good. And
I'll
maybe
watch for
this
that.
will be
She
better
got a
edited and
publishing
handled
deal?
than her other ones, because
She's popular.
the other
Yeah.
one she did that I read, it was like, I don't think they weren't like traditionally published, and it was just like, it just went on and on and on, and I was like, okay, this is like dragging it out. Like, so I think this might be better that she has like an editor in there to kind of.
Yeah, I have Unrequited by her on my Kindle to read. I just keep putting it off.
Oh
don't
yeah,
know
that's been on
how-
my TBR forever, but I just never do it. Like, I never.
Yeah.
No,
I never
it's
pick it up.
there. And like when I go camping and I download 50 books because God forbid I not have choices when I'm without Wi-Fi, it's always one that I look at and I'm like, huh, no, that's okay. What else we got here? So I mean,
know I've
obviously
had-
I wanted to at some point.
I've had Moth, which is in that same series as like the Soul Eater, on my TV, not my TBR, but on my Kindle for I think almost 2 years. And I'm like, okay, this next month I put it on my TBR. I'm like, you have to read it. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like when I stare at it and I go, oh, not now. Maybe during like the spooky season.
Yeah.
And then I still haven't read
You
it.
don't. Yeah. Seriously. That's what I do.
I thought Mandy was gonna say something. Sorry. She looked like she.
Oh no, earlier I don't like Saffron Kent, so I'm just surprised that she got a publishing deal.
I feel like they're handing out publishing deals like
Yeah.
Skittles to these authors.
I can think of so many more indie authors that have like way
better. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, and I tried her. I felt bad because a couple times when I had her arcs, it was like her reaching out and asking me to read. And I was like, oh, and then when I got to it, I was like, this is really long and I don't have time for this. I have other things going on. So I was like, I'm not going to do that to myself again because I'm like, I don't want to deal with an overlong book. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. They scare me sometimes.
Like
Unless
I just
it's Pam.
read Married Little Christmas for Lauren Blakely, and I had the audiobook, thank God, but I was like thinking, this is really long. This is continuously, it just was going on and on. And I looked and it was like over 500 pages. And I'm like, I don't even I'm not a holiday romance chick unless I'm getting the audiobooks. And I'm like, over 500 pages for a holiday romance? I'm like,
Wow.
oh, I like a novella, a holiday
That's
novella.
too much Christmas cheer for me. I can't do it.
Well, and it
I
was
think the
constant
holiday
Christmas
was
date,
pretty long, but
Christmas
not even that
competition.
Yeah, it was.
I told my mom, she goes, did they start in Thanksgiving time or something? I'm like, nope, it's all around Christmas. so
Yeah.
It was long. It was long.
I didn't read that one. Did you read The Holiday, Mandy?
I
Yeah.
did. I listened
Yeah.
to it. I got the ALC for it and I loved it.
I loved that one.
Narration. It was so good.
It was
And that
Mhm.
was long, right?
This one, Merry Little Christmas, is coming. Christmas, is coming out, I think, on the 28th. But it has full cast narration, which just made it really good. So I wanted to give it like 5 stars for the narration and how good, but I was like, it was too long. Like I felt like it kind of dragged a little bit in spots.
Yeah.
So I was like, I gave it 4 stars, but I kept going back and forth on that one. I was like, oh, but the audio was so good. But if I read it physically, I probably would have been like bored, if I wasn't listening to like the good full cast narration.
Right.
But I did like my favorite holiday or whatever.
It was 478 pages.
Yeah, for some reason that one didn't feel too long to me. I don't know.
No,
Maybe
I
it's
didn't
this
think so
one, the
either.
repeated dates. Like there's so many dates and I don't know. It was just like, okay. And a Christmas competition that just kept going on and on and on. It's just like,
That feels like a lot of Hallmark to me. I don't know.
It is very Hallmark. It's very Hallmark. So if that's what you're looking for. But the audiobook was really good. So I think she does write a little bit longer, when she writes her books. She kind of doesn't edit it down a little bit.
It's too long. I'm going to read Marry Me for Christmas, I think. I have that on my December.
Oh,
TV
that's
card.
good. That was a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. But I like C.R. Jane though. I like the way she writes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's got a lot of really
It's
good stuff.
a lot more contemporary,
Mhm.
I guess we could call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's funny. She makes me laugh. So
Mhm.
I like reading them. They're just like easy. They're like she's like a palate cleanser for me now. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Natasha Madison has a Christmas one coming out too.
Yeah, I just read that one too.
I did too. Holiday Unscripted. It
They're-
was
yeah,
Mhm.
they're all like blending
Yeah.
into. I can't remember what the name is.
I loved in that one how the sister kept giving her brother a bad time about the week-long wedding events.
Yeah.
Like, because it's true, like we read these books. I mean, my favorite holiday, I mean, how many people really like travel to an out-of-town wedding and stay for like 2 weeks and do
Yeah.
all of these activities? But it's fun to read it, you know?
Yeah.
But I loved that in Holiday Unscripted that she's like, this is so dumb. Like,
I know. I was literally like, would you want to get married during the holidays? I don't think I would want to do that. Like,
I wanted that. and
oh
didn't
no, I
get
don't
it.
think I could. I would stress me out. I already get stressed
No,
around the
I
holidays.
always say I wanted because we lived in Anchorage at the time, and there was a horse-drawn sleigh that would go through all of Anchorage, and you could rent it for the wedding. And I always wanted
Oh,
to have
that's
a winter
cool.
wedding in December and have the sleigh and have the whole deal. But somebody had to graduate college in December, and I wasn't willing to wait a whole nother year, so we had a June wedding.
yeah, I think that probably worked out in your
Who's
favor.
that somebody?
Well, because that would have been in Anchorage, and everybody would have to fly to Alaska. It would have been a
Oh,
lot
that's not
smaller.
even what I was going with, but I'll keep my mouth shut.
Okay.
Mandy.
Mandy's spicy today.
What?
But nothing.
Just think of the timeline.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Anyhow,
It worked out in your favor.
oh yeah, we got to have a destination wedding to small town Washington with the June wedding. And no, people did not come and stay for 2 weeks and do
Yeah.
everything in that small town because there's nothing to do.
Well, like in that book, it reminded me almost of Home Alone, where like all the family was staying like in that house and like the craziness, you know, like I was like, oh, who does? I was so glad I never had to travel for holidays. Growing up, we always just had it at my house. So I was like, just the idea of traveling where she has to travel from like Australia
Mhm.
to the States. It's like, no, oh, that's,
And they forget to pick her up from the airport.
yeah. And then her room isn't available for her. So like, it's just
I
like,
would just be like, I'm going home. I'm going back to the airport. I'm gonna wait on standby until they can send me back home. Like I'm done. And somebody
Mhm.
I'm just
give me money because you wasted all my time and money.
yeah.
I'm done. I don't want to see you now. I'm irritated.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm
She
irritated.
was a little salty, but I
Yeah.
almost wondered though if I would have read it, if she would have been annoying to me. But listening
Yeah.
to it, the way the narrator, I can't remember who narrated it, but she did a really good job with her. Like it came, like she kind of would change her like voice a little bit, so it would almost like she would be a little snarky, but with like more of a joking tone
Yeah.
to it.
like she's like
And so-
sarcastic, but like,
Yes.
yeah.
So it was easy to listen, but I'm like, if I would have read this, I think I would have read her in my head as like
Yeah.
a real bitch. But
But she's like the black cat heroine, and like the guy's like
Yeah.
golden retriever hero, you know. So like if she's like that so much throughout the whole book, it could be probably kind of annoying. But I liked it in the audiobook too. Like I
yeah,
thought
in
she
the
was
audiobook,
funny.
It was great.
Yeah, I mean their banter really
Somebody
good.
needs to point out that these, 2-week-long weddings are ridiculous.
Really
Mhm.
day, dude.
Like now I got to go out and do karaoke and go to the, like all these
Who has
events.
the
Snowman
money for that? 'Cause,
and-
I mean, think about it. People have
Yeah.
to take PTO or whatever, and it's like, well, but I want to do what I want to do on my paid time off,
Mhm.
not do what you want to do, and then have to spend all. No,
Yeah, when
Have
the
you
bride's like,
seen,
"Oh, we
like-
have an agenda. Here's the agenda," and
Yes.
she's like, "What agenda?
I'm just gonna show up. for
I'm
the wedding.
here."
I've
That's
been
it.
seeing like TikToks and stuff of women who actually do that stuff. And they'll be like, oh, and don't forget, we didn't get your donation to our honeymoon in Hawaii yet. And when I was like, what? I'm doing you a favor by being here.
My presence is my gift.
My
Here I
presence is
am.
my gift. If you're in the wedding and you had to buy your dress as a bridesmaid,
Yeah.
that is your gift to them. End of story.
That's what I was
So,
like.
but
I don't
some
want
of
to be a
these brides always
bridesmaid
crazy.
anymore. It's so expensive. I'm like, I don't want to
Yeah.
be a bridesmaid anymore. Like,
Yes.
it's
Luckily,
I'm done.
that has probably passed. I think I'm
Yeah.
too old for bridesmaids.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
at
me
this
too.
age, it's second marriages, and they're not going all out like that. So we're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I know my best friend like went to the courthouse basically and told me afterwards. I was like, wait, what? Because
Yeah.
it's like we've already done the wedding before.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you sent me a Zoom invite? Okay.
Oh, cool.
oh yeah, by the way, I'm married. Oh, okay. Congrats.
Statistically, the more money you spend on your wedding, the higher your chance of divorce.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So,
is that true?
yes.
I could see
I'd
that.
rather have like do a quickie wedding and then have all that money that I would have put into my wedding into like actually doing a real honeymoon or like going into the house and stuff like that. It's like when you think about how much money is wasted on like this one night that ends in 2 hours.
Yeah.
That you're stressed about to be done in literally 2 to 4 hours. It's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
Look at how we get so sidetracked. I love it.
That's how we fill the hour. We just talk about random
I
stuff.
got married in a little tiny church in the middle of nowhere and had the reception at my house. And Jessica got married in our old grocery store growing up that was converted to a church.
Really? That's cool.
That's cool.
That is kind of cool. A grocery store converted into a church.
It's
My
a-
grocery
yeah, it's a
store
church.
used to be called Dick's.
It used to be called Dick's.
Six.
I actually like when I got married, I was young and like she probably shouldn't have got married, but I was like 20 turning 21 and having a baby. So I was like, didn't care about the wedding. I was just stressed out. Like I'm 21, I'm having a baby. I'm not ready. But like my parents, basically we did the wedding on their property because they have 11 acres, like out in the mountains. And so it gave my parents an excuse for my mom to get my dad to redo all the stuff she wanted on the property. Like was finally done because of the wedding. Because they have like a lily pond. She finally got good grass out there and cement poured, which my dad's like, oh yeah, one day. But she finally got it done for the wedding. And it was nice just to have like, where it was cool because people stayed later. Because you know, when you go to weddings, they're like kind of kicking you out. Like, okay, you're done in this venue, where they partied all night. We had like kegs and wine and all that stuff. So I'm like, I love that kind of more natural at home kind of wedding too, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's funny. Speaking of Christmas though, so my mom and my dad got married the day after Christmas, but she did not get a snow wedding either because they lived in Florida. So what's the point of that? But she wanted to get married around Christmas time.
Wow.
And then my dad, when he married my stepmom, he got married on Christmas Eve. And I was like, what is it with you? Like, is this because of
Wouldn't you want to do a different time from like the first?
Yeah.
marriage?
And as someone who has a child with a Christmas birthday, why would you do that? Why that just it makes the season even more expensive. What are you doing?
Yeah, like my niece is like, she hates it how her birthday is on Christmas and then her mom's birthday is on New Year's, you know? So it's like, and so it's like, oh wait, I got to get her like a birthday gift. And then I got to get her a separate Christmas gift because you don't want them to feel like their birthday is just like, oh, well, here's your gift for both, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That was our big thing because my son's 2 days after Christmas. And so we told all the parents when we were pregnant, there will be separate gifts. Like, do not come with a gift that says, you know, it's all like,
Christmas,
we want his birthday. Even if you have to buy 2 very small gifts, that's fine. But I just wanted to have that separated.
Yeah.
And that's why every year on the 26th, I wake up in the morning and the husband is ripping down all the Christmas stuff because we want it to be separate. Now that he's old, it doesn't, like, he's 20. He'll be 20 this year at Christmas. We leave it up now. When he was little, it was a big deal. But then I've got a daughter whose birthday's 2 weeks later, and then my birthday's a week after hers. So I've given up my birthday for the rest of my life. So
that's like back to back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an expensive time of year.
Yeah.
Especially around the holidays. My husband's family's all in August. And I'm like, I mean, that's fine. But could you, I couldn't imagine holidays. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. So we obviously didn't plan that. So the daughter came early. So
Didn't play that. Nobody.
We didn't. We didn't. Yeah.
Oh, well, if anybody doesn't have anything else to add, it's 5 o'clock.
Yay.
Well, it's 5 o'clock my time. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. That's right.
Time to get a glass of
That's
wine.
Mhm. Time to go carve a pumpkin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh gosh. I suck at that. I can't.
Yeah, I failed at that this year. I'm like, you guys didn't want to carve a pumpkin, did ya?
Well, Jeff doesn't want them buying their pumpkins too early because they rot. So it's literally like right before Halloween, and half the crew carved them last night. Now we've got another one that needs to carve it today. So,
But see, that's my problem. Is like I don't want to do it too early because they'll rot, and then I just forgot, and then I'm like,
yeah, that's what it is. It's all good.
okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, everybody. We don't have the date finalized, but we will get that in the next couple days probably. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed our little rendition of the Homemaker. It was a little
The Homemaker.
Oh, we should have dressed up like a homemaker.
like a
I don't
50s
think I
house.
have anything like that.
I don't either.
I don't know.
Like a 50s mom.
I don't have time to do that. Can you imagine how long you have to take on your hair to sit? Wow.
Yeah, I wore it in a ponytail, high ponytail. with
Yeah.
the
Pearls. Yeah.
I don't know. That was kind of the beauty of it back then, though, is that that's all you had to worry about instead of that plus your full-time job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still had to dress up for that. Wear high heels while you're vacuuming.
I'm wearing high heels while I'm gardening. Sorry.
My mom was a homemaker. Like, she was a stay-at-home mom, but not in the 50s. But she did not wear heels. She wore mom jeans long before they were in.
Because she was a lady before her time.
Yeah.
You know how comfortable they were.
And she watched a lot of soap operas.
So did mine. And then we had your dad's going to be home in 10 minutes. Clean up, clean up, clean up, clean up. Every day. Yep.
I love that.
Yeah.
Did you do
I've
that
been the same
before?
way a few times where I'm like, oh shit, everybody's coming home. I need to pretend that I did more than.
Pretend to be cleaning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, everybody, we're gonna sign off. Okay, everybody.
Bye.
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 Freeze.
Bye.